Hi, friends. Me again. Just some further Good Friday thoughts. Down through the ages in Christian history, people have wondered what actually took place at the cross. What is it that God in Jesus actually accomplished through the work of the cross? Okay, and some people have narrowed it down to just forgiveness of sins. Some people have said it was much bigger. All of these are called atonement theories. All right? Emphasis on the word theories. Okay? But here a few years ago, I got really caught up in studying these theories and trying to figure out which one really is the one, what really did happen, which one is spot on. And granted, there are some that are horrible, one in particular. There are others that are just really beautiful. But I was wrestling with these things and I was stressing over them and I was getting all tangled up in the brain around these things. Trying to work it out, figure it out, which one, Lord, where do you want me to land? Which one do you want me to? And I got to a point to where my mind was just pinging all the time on this. And it was all rooted in a belief that it matters, that truth matters. And it does. So anyway, I got all too tangled up in this stuff. And one day, man, my mind was just going crazy over it. And I was so frustrated and confused. I started voicing this to the Lord. And I was like, Lord, you got to tell me something, man. I'm just, because this one says this and this one, and this looks right, but this looks good. And I'm getting all bent out of shape. And in the midst of all of that, in the midst of my crying out, I heard inside of me, loud and clear, this. Let's just say whatever was broke, I fixed it. When I heard that, all that confusion and stuff just left my mind. It was like a breeze blew through my head and blew all that trash out the door. And I stood there and I started laughing. And I said, I'm good with that. That's where I'll stand. Let's just say whatever was broke, I fixed it. And I believe with all of my heart that is the truth about Good Friday. There was so much more to it. It wasn't just the cross, of course. There was the Saturday in between and the Sunday resurrection. But whatever was broke, he fixed it. It's done. So, take courage, my friends. Be of good cheer. Have a good Friday. Because whatever was broke, he's fixed it.